welcome to Trainwreck on a different forest. This is Jessica.
And this is Joe.
I'm drinking Pepsi with vodka.
I'm already drunk.
He is. And we're not in our usual uniforms because we're still in the garage and it's cold.
It's cold. You can see my breath.
Until we figure out a better game plan, this is where we're going to be. In our warm clothes, right?
All right.
Right. So, tell me, anything special going on?
Hey, I'll be in Vegas by the time you see this. No, really, I will.
He is going to Vegas.
Yeah, I'll be there.
He picked a horrible week to do it because it's my birthday
Whoa, I'll be back. I'm sure we have something serious.
Shitty timing. It hurt. I'm not going to lie.
Hey, we're not completely blowing it off. We'll be back.
All right, thanks. I appreciate the not complete blow-off.
All right.
All right. This week, we're going to talk about the stigma around the Twilight fans for being crazy.
There's a lot of them.
And we're not just talking to crazed teens. We've got older women, too. So, last week, we talked about how the Twilight busted on the scene and made dangerous sex go mainstream. This week, we're going to talk about the effect of that. The fans. Do you see that gleam in their eye? Like, the world just opened up, like the gates of heaven just opened? Do you see? They looked crazy.
It worries me. Because if I saw my mom doing that, if I saw her in the picture, I'd be ruined for the rest of my life.
They do look a little excited to be there.
Yes. A little too excited.
I probably would be too, though.
Oh.
No. Maybe they're just a little bit overzealous.
This year's MTV...
Or even scary.
Never heard any sort of reaction like you got down there. It was like Elvis-like. Wow, that's gotta go Elvis-like. No, that was pretty impressive. That was really scary. I don't know. I was really stunned, actually.
And maybe they're just really deeply involved.
That's fucking disturbing.
That was a picture a Twilight fan did, and she made a sculpture of Bella's womb for Breaking Dawn.
It looks like a hairy hamburger.
Kind of.
Yeah.
She's super devoted. But, Joe, you know, I guess in every huge following or pop culture phenomenon that comes along, there's extreme people, extreme fans. Now, here's the question. Are they making normal fans look bad? Here's today's question. Are you embarrassed to be a Twilight fan? We've all heard the stories, girls getting injured at Hot Topic and people tattooing themselves and a bunch of other really cringeworthy tales, right?
Injured at Hot Topic. Wow.
They're so emo and pissed off.
God.
Right?
So depressed right now.
I'm going to hurt you for my Edward Cullen poster. But of course, it's all the craziness that actually makes the news. You know, for every fanatical fan, there's probably, 200 more that are just sitting home, not really getting into the craze. You think?
The cool ones.
Anyway, do you readily admit you're a Twilight fan if you're just out and about in a normal setting? You wouldn't, because you're not. I don't think I would deny it personally, but I'm not sporting my Team Edward shirt, and I'm not showing up at merchandise launches and shit like that, breaking people's arms.
You do the step up. You have your own webcam show talking about it. Right?
Right. Look, Joe, what do you think about Twilight fans? If you were just out and you met a girl and you liked her and you were kind of into her and she said, I love Twilight, what would you say?
Okay, well, this is what I'd say. I'd say on a scale of 1 to 10, where do you feel you're at with the Twilight?
When you think of fans in general, what do you think?
I think they're psycho. If you can literally get hurt at a Hot Topic because of it, then you're psycho. I'm sorry.
Okay, so you can say you're psycho, but hasn't fan hysteria always been the way?
Well, yeah, but I guess it's bigger now because, nobody talks about, things that happened 10 years ago that people were crazy about.
Right. I mean, this is nothing new. The Beatles, Elvis, New Kids on the Block, Star Trek and the Trekkies.
Exactly.
I mean...
It just blew up
out
of nowhere.
You can't deny that people are passionate about Twilight.
Absolutely.
The only difference is we're in the age of technology. I think that's the difference anyway.
Like I said, it's a big turnoff, really, to me.
Okay, but listen, only a few decades ago, girls were crying over John Lennon and Paul McCartney, Elvis, Ricky Nelson, if that was your bag. It's just nobody knew about it because we didn't have access to YouTube.
That's fair enough.
These girls weren't on there crying.
Keep it on that same scheme. Keep it hindered.
No. Look, these girls weren't on forums crying about how they want to marry, the star of the decade or the star of the year or month for that matter. It just wasn't seen as much. But I don't think that there's any big difference. I think it's normal for mass hysteria like this over something pop culture.
Yeah. It's just they have the advantage, like you said, because of the internet, because of everything, all the
Right.
modern technology,
Right.
because of TMZ.
And you know what else? I think it's great to feel passionate about something. I do. At the
Yeah,
same
but then it kind of gets disturbing.
Look,
It's like you said. I mean,
I
if a girl
love-
came up to me and, like, even compared me to anyone involving Twilight,
it's happened
like,
to you before.
it has
happens to
happened to me, but that's not a compliment. You know what I mean? I guess
you,
you
but
gotta
they mean it as a compliment.
right, but you gotta know the person you're saying it to. I
So Edward
suppose.
Cullen.
God,
Look, I love that people feel fiery about it. At the same time, I'm not about to go to a mall tour and scream my face off. It's not my bag, Bless those who like it, I guess. No
Bless
offense to anybody willing to go ahead and do that, to go profess their love and stalk these actors and things like this. It's a great thing for the economy. And
they're doing well.
Right, the world is bleak right now. If something makes people happy and it fires them up and gives them a good feeling, why not?
Isn't the new movie coming out soon too?
It is. It's going to be great for everybody involved. Okay, so I'm not about to, run to the mall or stand outside a set for hours or anything like that. I'm wildly entertained by Twilight and the whole saga.
Wait,
Well,
would you though if it was shot in this location?
Look, Joe.
Would you be at the set?
I think that this shit is funny, and I have a great fun time doing it. Like I said, I love the books, and I love the saga, and the movies, good to poke fun at. And that's how I feel about it. I wouldn't call myself obsessed.
Oh my goodness! You see this? This is really happening.
Alright, hey, then we'll show the
It
picture.
kind of looks comfortable though. Not gonna lie, kind of cold.
Want a little snuggie?
No.
Okay. So, I mean, I wouldn't say I'm obsessed. I'm not going to go out and, start... That's mine.
That's yours.
Thank you. Like you said, I just do a web show based on Twilight and have a few nice things based on Twilight.
Okay.
Okay. In all honesty, sometimes I do hesitate when Twilight comes up in conversation. For people that don't know all about me, I don't want people to think I'm some kind of nut, I don't want them to think that I'm the screamer out there, or,
Because you can tear a new hole in that person about everything involving Twilight.
No, I don't want to be one of those fans. I don't want the masses to speak for me. The whole you are who your friends are kind of thing and guilty by association and all that.
But you have that stigma because you do the fan fiction,
So, right.
this show.
Right. So, does that make me embarrassed to be a Twilight fan?
I don't think you're embarrassed to be a Twilight fan.
Well, I'm not
I
embarrassed.
can say that. If I can say that, then no one can say otherwise,
Well,
right?
you know what? Right. I'm not embarrassed by most things I do. I don't know if I would go out and just say, I love Twilight, but that's not me anyway. I don't stand up and announce this in places, Just because I like Twilight doesn't mean I'm going to break somebody's arm in Hot Topic. Doesn't mean I'm going to cry.
Wait, a
at
broken
Pattinson.
arm? Really?
That was crazy.
Oh my god.
Look, I'm not going to cry because, OMG, Robert Pattinson's at the mall by my house.
Oh.
I don't really think I'd go if he did show up at one of those. I guess I don't understand what all the screaming and everything accomplishes. I mean, he's not going to say, that girl can scream the loudest. I completely want to make out with her now.
Exactly. That was my whole point with everything I said before.
Right.
That this guy is not going to look at him and say you're any better than anybody else.
Right.
I'm
And you know what?
sorry.
I super love